Hey gamers, if you're a fan of 2D platformer games and looking for new one of the genre, you've come to the right place. In this video, we will show you best new 2D platformer games that you should play in this 2025. Some of you maybe disagree with the ranking, but that's okay. All I know, this game is a good game. But before we go into the list, let's hear quick words from our sponsor. If you're looking to buy games at the best prices, there's only one place to go, and that's at Instant Gaming. Seriously, Instant Gaming, it's my go-to spot for grabbing games at crazy discounts. Not only do they have some insane deals, but they're also doing giveaways. Here you're not going to find discounts like this anywhere else, trust me. They've got games for all the major platforms like PC, PS5, Xbox, and also Nintendo Switch. So what are you waiting for? Go check out your favorite games with Instant Gaming by click the link in the description and save some cash with amazing discount in Instant Gaming. By using my link, you're not just saving money, but also support this channel. Alright then, let's jump back into the list. Shadow Labyrinth is an action-adventure game coming out in 2025, and what makes it interesting is that it's a twist on the iconic Pac-Man series. You'll play as a character called the Swordsman in a challenging 2D world. The Swordsman is guided by an orb named Puck as they explore a massive maze. Unlike the bright, family-friendly vibe of classic Pac-Man, this one leans into a darker, more mysterious, and serious atmosphere. It's definitely more suited for players looking for a challenge. There's also a Metroidvania element in the game, meaning you'll unlock new areas as you gain power-ups, which will help you overcome tougher obstacles. The game is developed using the Unity engine and produced by Katsuhiro Harada, famous for his work on Tekken, so you can expect high-quality gameplay. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is definitely shaping up to be one of the most anticipated games. The story follows Kenji Mozu, a young ninja from Hayabusa Village, who has to step up as a hero while Ryu Hayabusa is absent. The game really brings that classic Ninja Gaiden vibe, with fluid and responsive gameplay and a fair challenge. It's got that retro touch, but with a more modern and smooth design. So it's like reliving the nostalgia, but with today's gaming excitement. The game is set to drop in summer 2025, and it'll be available on PS5, Xbox Series X/S, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam. For anyone who loves a good challenge and wants to dive into a game that takes you back to your childhood, this one is a must-play. Somber Echoes is a dark fantasy Metroidvania game set to release on January 21st, 2025. The story follows Adrestia, who has to stop her twin sister, Harmonia, from unraveling the universe. You'll explore the abandoned spaceship Atramitos, which has become infested with strange creatures from another dimension. Visually, the game is stunning. It uses Unreal Engine 5 to create incredibly detailed environments with various biomes, each with its own unique vibe. The game is single-player focused, giving you the freedom to explore the world and engage in smooth, acrobatic combat. If you enjoy expansive worlds filled with mystery and challenges, Somber Echoes is definitely a game you won't want to miss. Threefold Recital is an adventure game with a strong story that pulls you into a unique fantasy world. If you love deep stories with mystery, this game is a great pick. The game takes place in Blue Scales, a city where modern tech, magic, and ancient history mix together. You'll play as three heroes with different powers: Triratna the Wolf Monk, Taiching the Fox Priest, and Trancha the Snake Artist. You'll help them uncover a big conspiracy in this world. The gameplay mixes action, puzzles, and platforming, keeping things fun and fresh. With a story inspired by mythology, it has a cool, epic feel. If you like games with deep stories and fun puzzles, Threefold Recital is ready to take you on a wild adventure. Neon Abyss 2 is going to be so much fun. You'll jump into a crazy cybermyth world where you fight with all kinds of wild weapons. From bats to sabers, deadly plants, and even dragon-like creatures. Every playthrough gives you a fresh combat experience. The coolest part? The random items you find in the abyss can combine in unexpected ways, making each run feel unique. You'll also catch and level up cute creatures called Hatchmon, and there's a faith system where you can use points to buy items, recruit more Hatchmon, or take a chance with a gacha. It's launching in early access, so you can help improve the game before it fully releases. If you love action and surprises, this game is for you. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD is a remaster of the original Wii game, but with way better graphics. The fur details on Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong look awesome, and there are extra cloud levels from the 3DS version. The game has two modes, Classic Mode for the original experience and Modern Mode, where Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong get 3 hearts and new items in Cranky Kong's shop. You can also play with a friend in 2-player co-op, taking on the Tiki Tak tribe together. Plus, there are plenty of collectibles like Kong letters and bananas to find. If you love platformers with great graphics, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD is definitely worth playing.
Off the rails. And the rocket barrel. That'll have you.
Bionic Bay is a new game coming out on March 13th, 2025, and it looks super fun. You'll explore an ancient biomechanical world full of strange tech and mysterious creatures. The coolest part is the swap mechanic, where you can swap positions with objects or enemies, change gravity, and interact with the world to solve puzzles in creative ways. The physics in the game are realistic, so everything you do feels real. The pixel art looks amazing with tons of detail, and the environment is super engaging. If you like competition, there's a speedrun mode where you can race against other players and track your time on the leaderboard. You can also customize your scientist character to fit your style. Bionic Bay is going to be a fun and addictive game for sure.
From the world of co-op,
Galguardian Servants of the Dark is gonna be such a cool game, bro. You'll be playing as 2 demon sisters, Kirika and Masha, whose mission is to revive Demon Lord Maxim and rebuild their demon castle. Gameplay-wise, you're in for a fun Metroidvania experience, with tons of weapon upgrades, taking down huge demonic bosses, and of course, collecting items to progress. On top of that, there's an online 2-player co-op mode, so you can team up with a friend from anywhere and control both characters at once. The game will be available on platforms like PS5, PS4, Xbox Series, Xbox One, Switch and PC, so there's no excuse not to try it out.
as their demon castle becomes a new battleground.
Guns of Fury is a game that really brings back that retro feel. The world's in an energy crisis, and a scientist named Dr. Klaus finds the Tetracell, a game-changing energy source. But then he disappears and his lab is destroyed. You play as Vincent Fury, a special ops agent, to rescue Dr. Klaus and get the Tetracell back. The gameplay is super fun, with smooth platforming and intense run-and-gun action, and you'll explore it, unlocking new abilities and weapons, like pistols, rifles, and even knives. The 16-bit pixel art looks great, giving you that nostalgic vibe while still looking fresh. If you love action games with lots of exploring and boss fights, this is a must-play. It's coming to PC, Nintendo Switch, and other platforms. Definitely a game to keep an eye on this year. Blade Chimera looks like a game you'll love playing from start to finish. The story is deep. You're Shin, a demon hunter with no memory of your past. But you've got a cool partner, Lux, a demon that can turn into a sword and control time. You'll get to use different weapons like the Luminous Sword, which is Lux, guns, greatswords, and whips. There are also cool skills to unlock, like warp for fast travel and a double jump to reach higher places. The pixel art is amazing. The detail and smooth animations give it a fun, retro vibe that looks great. With its mysterious story and exciting gameplay, Blade Chimera is definitely worth playing, especially if you like Metroidvania and action RPGs.
From his enemies, besieged by a hail of projectiles.
Morkull Ragast Rage is a game that'll make you feel like Morkull, the god of death trapped in the Ragast, and your job is to help him escape so he can carry out his evil plans. Morkull knows he's just a character in a video game, so he constantly breaks the fourth wall, talking directly to us. It's like having a conversation with a character in the game world, which is pretty cool. The character is packed with dry humor, cheesy jokes, and pop culture references, so even though the theme is dark, it still has a light, funny side that keeps it from feeling too heavy. The combat in the game is insane. You're able to pull off some amazing combos. Morkull has a bunch of abilities that make you feel like a true god while you're kicking ass.
I can corrupt the blade wings and
Atomic Owl is a game that'll keep you playing for hours. It has awesome pixel art with a fresh gameplay twist. You play as Hidalgo Bladewing, a bird with a big grudge. After a tough mission, he goes back to his ramen spot, only to face off with a vengeful Crow Omega Wing 2. 2 years later, Hidalgo needs to save his fallen friends. The game mixes fast platforming with action-packed hack-and-slash combat. You'll explore 8 roguelike zones, fight tough Thankyou enemies, and collect souls to get stronger. There are lots of weapons to choose from, like swords, hammers, and a throwing scythe. You can even transform into a void crow to destroy enemies. The pixel art looks great, and the full voice acting makes the story feel real. If you love action and a good story, Atomic Owl is one to watch out for.
Bladewing Forest? Do you Bladewings name everything after yourselves?
Moons of Darsalon brings back classic arcade vibes with a modern twist. If you love old-school games, this one will remind you of the good OL arcade days, but with fun, updated gameplay. You play as a space rescuer on the planet Darsalon, saving astronauts who tend to wander into danger, kind of like lemmings. You use tools like a radio, flashlight, laser gun, jetpack, and path creator to help them. The problem is, they complain a lot, especially if someone dies. The gameplay is solid, with lots of blasting and reshaping the environment, giving you that classic Metal Slug feel. If you like retro platformers with a bit of humor and want something fresh, Moons of Darsalon is worth checking out. Now it's coming for PlayStation 4 and 5 too in this year. If you love Metroidvania games and enjoy the challenge of Souls-like mechanics, Mandragora is the game to watch. Launching on April 17, 2025, it takes you to the dark, beautiful world of Felduum, where humanity has fallen to monsters. In Felduum, you'll face tough moral choices and fight terrifying creatures. The gameplay mixes Metroidvania exploration with Souls-like combat, offering addictive interconnected maps, epic boss fights, and hidden secrets to uncover. You can also pick from multiple classes, each with its own talent tree, letting you customize your character's abilities and playstyle. Whether you want to deal massive damage, tank hits, or go for a balanced build, it's up to you. It's a dark Metroidvania that filled with monster you won't want to miss. If you like platformers like Donkey Kong Country or Crash Bandicoot, you gotta try Nikoderiko: The Magical World. It mixes nostalgic vibes with super fun gameplay. You play as Nico and Luna, who are trying to stop a villain, Grimbald, who steals an ancient artifact for his own gain. If you love Donkey Kong Country, the 2D levels will be perfect, and the 3D levels have that Crash Bandicoot feel. There are even exciting chase scenes that'll get your heart racing. The game has cool variety too. Minecart levels, shadow challenges, and riding animals through levels. Plus, you can play in co-op mode with friends or family. If you want a fun, challenging, and beautiful platformer, Nikoderiko: The Magical World is the way to go. It's got a lot of familiar ideas, but with its own unique style.
Jumping power and poison attacks of Todd the Toad, or experience underwater action with Oceanus the Seahorse.
Seafrog is a fun 2D action platformer where you play as Seafrog, a mechanic stuck in the ocean with his digital buddy, Woodsbeard. You need to escape from a mysterious hole at the bottom of the sea. The gameplay is unique. Instead of a skateboard, you use a rocket-powered wrench to do tricks and combos to beat challenges and collect loot to upgrade your skills. You'll explore cool places like a haunted Viking ship, a floating fast food restaurant, and a creepy bug bar. Each level has secrets and loot to find. The bosses are huge, like Gerald the Mandrill, who's 36 feet tall. You'll need speed and grinding skills to defeat them. You can also upgrade your moves, make your wrench stronger, and rebuild your ship to escape. Jump King Quest is crazy fun action platformer RPG from Nexile, coming out in February 2025, but you can already play the early access version. Get ready for a challenge. What makes it even more exciting is that the world is packed with hidden spots waiting for you to explore. There's no such thing as a game over here, so if you fall or mess up, you've just got to get back up and keep pushing, no matter what. The leveling system is awesome, letting you build your character however you want. The 2.5D graphics make the world look amazing and really pull you in. The enemies are no joke either, so if you want to progress, you've got to prove your skills. If you're into challenges and looking for something fresh, Jump King Quest is a must-try. Get your mind ready to explore a world full of surprises. INAYAH Life After Gods is a 2D action platformer coming in Q1 2025, and it looks like a game you won't want to miss. You play as INAYAH, an orphan in a post-apocalyptic world searching for her tribe while navigating a world ruined by a fallen alien civilization. The journey is all about discovering what family really means. The gameplay is awesome. You'll explore a huge world and fight along the way. INAYAH's gauntlet can change into blade, flail, or fists, and you can switch between them mid-air for some fast, dynamic combat. There are over 20 bosses with unique mechanics, so you'll have to learn their moves and weaknesses. And the visuals? No doubt, they're stunning. And if you're into action-packed games with exploration and an emotional story, INAYAH should definitely be on your radar this year. Rain World: The Watcher is coming out on March 28, 2025 as a DLC for Rain World, and it's gonna expand the game with a bigger, more dangerous world. You'll explore new areas filled with tough challenges, and there will be strange new creatures, some of which can climb, attack, and hide. The lonely Slugcat's journey continues, so you'll still feel that eerie loneliness, especially when dealing with new predators. The game's graphics will be even cooler with hand-drawn landscapes, and the gameplay will be more strategic, making you think harder to survive. The tension will get even higher with new dangers lurking everywhere. The Watcher is shaping up to be even more intense and addicting, and it's gonna keep you hooked on surviving in a tough world. The Rogue Prince of Persia is a fun action platformer roguelike game set in the Prince of Persia world, but with new twists. It's a 2D side-scroller, so you'll do cool parkour moves like wall running, jumping, and swinging. The game also has roguelite elements, meaning each time you play, the levels are different. The prince has a time travel artifact, so death isn't permanent, and you can always try again. You also collect medallions to upgrade your weapons and abilities. There's a memory board that tracks your interactions with characters and gives you extra info about the levels and secrets, adding more depth to the game. Set in the city of Ctesiphon, you need to stop the Hun army from invading. The graphics are modern, but still feel like the classic Prince of Persia. If you love a challenge and nostalgia, this game is a must-try. And that's it for today. What do you think about this list? I know there are new amazing 2D platformer games that I haven't mentioned yet. Please share your new best 2D platformer games that think deserve a spot here. And don't forget to like this video, and make sure you subscribe this channel if you don't want to miss another amazing list. And as always, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.